So if you think this is going to be another video just showing a new construction project, then you're very, very wrong. This is the well. This is David Vazquez and I'm David Siddons. And we're going to dive in and show you our favorite units at the well in Coconut Grove. And we're going to compare it to the rest of the market in the Grove, the prices, and give you a sense of whether this is good value. So David, where is this unit located?
So this is 704 Upper South. It's a corner unit in the front side of the building. The view-wise, you have views down Tiger Tail each way. Tons of natural light because it's on a corner. This is actually the biggest terrace, the biggest balcony out of all the regular units. Again, excluding penthouses and like lanai style units. First, let's do like some of the quick facts.
Yeah.
2665 square feet.
Yes.
3-bedroom plus den, huge terrace, and it's a corner unit. So everything that you see here is all floor-to-ceiling glass. So you're gonna have tons of natural light.
And you'll notice in a lot of these floor plans in this building, there's very little dead space. It's all too often that we'll go into buildings and we'll see lots of corridors and lots of nooks that you really can't use. Coming into this, David, the first point, again, let's talk about, well, let's start with the closets this time, okay? Yeah. So take us through what you've got over here.
So primary bedroom, really nice size, bathroom, but the walk-in closet is absolutely huge. It's 13 by 14 basically. Mm-hmm. So it's the size of a really nice size bedroom.
Yes.
For your walk-in closet. I mean, that is what, 50%?
Exactly. It is 50% larger
than an A-line.
Than the A-line closets in Park Grove. And the A-line closet in Park Grove is the most expensive line in the building. The last trade that we saw was unit 15A,
12.5.
That traded for 12.5.
Our demographic of buyer.
Yes.
End user, local buyer. This caters to them. Huge walk-in closets.
Yes.
Where it's not a pied-à-terre where they have a couple clothes to bring on vacation.
Yeah.
They're gonna be living here.
It was one of the biggest pet peeves that we experienced when we were selling Park Grove. We had challenges because people felt the closets weren't big enough. They loved other buildings, but
and I think it's important to mention, we're comparing it to Park Grove, so it sounds negative, but Park Grove has been the most successful building in Coconut Grove, probably in Miami-Dade.
It's arguably the most successful and actually is appreciated if you look at our Condo Geeks data software, which again, everything that we do is based off good information, quantifiable information. Park Grove started life at somewhere around $1,000 a square foot when it started trading. Today, we've now usurped a $3,400 square foot unit resale, which
4X.
is staggering.
Yeah.
Now,
so we're comparing it to the best.
We are comparing it to the best. And that's really what it is. And it's probably why we actually have actual buyers who have been coming from Park Grove. So you may be a Park Grove buyer. We've sold to many Park Grove buyers. And you may say, all right, how do I put this into perspective? You understand the dimensions of that building, and you can also go in there and walk those units even on resale and see the space and feel the space. The closet is 50% bigger. Now let's get into the second point, which is the living room, the great room, the kitchen.
And all the frontage.
This space here, this living room space here with the family room, the kitchen, this entire space here is the same square footage as the family room and the kitchen that you have at Park Grove A-Line, which is a 3,250 square foot unit.
And we're at 2,650.
And this is 2,650. That's a wow unit. When you walk into that living room, it is truly a beautiful and impressive building. Now, given the fact that yes, those units have water views, this, as you can say, does not, but the views will be beautiful, they're just not water views. Yet, we're not talking about a $12.5 million unit.
5.5 million.
Yeah, we're talking 5.5, which is cheaper than any A-line is going to trade.
It's more comparable in price point to a B and C line,
yes,
which are more narrow as opposed to a corner with over 50 feet of frontage.
And that's the third point. It's 50 feet for the frontage in an A-line, which again is a corner unit with glass all the way around. But if you take this corner out over on the east side and this corner, which I guess is the west side.
Yeah, southwest,
southwest corner. What does this accumulate to? What are we dealing with here, David?
So the frontage accumulates total 55 feet of frontage of windows, right? Which is 10% more of an A-line in Park Grove.
Yeah.
So again, Park Grove, $10 million, $12 million sales. We're at 5.5 million. The living room space is about the same. The closet space is basically 1.5 of what you get in Park Grove. And then the other side of the unit, 2 nice sized 2 bedrooms. You have a proper laundry room. All of our units here come with powder rooms, so that's very important. But a proper laundry, I think, is super important for this caliber of unit because it is a end user. And one last note about this unit, there's only 2 of these available, 1 sold, so there's only 1 left.
Again, without stating the obvious, this is a chance for us to really show you what we know about the market, about the building, help you understand that if you do come in and you want to talk to us independently about understanding the values in Coconut Grove and whether or not this is going to be, the right purchase for you. We have all of this data. We thoroughly research it. It's constantly evolving. This is not a static market. But hopefully it gives you something to focus your attention on and give you perspective.
And we think the fact that it's an end user building that's buying it, that's always does well long term for the building as an investment. Values that we see in all our end user buildings like Park Grove, like Grand Bay, they tend to keep increasing, where investor driven buildings don't do as well.
The neighborhood in general, it's interesting when you look at the history and you look at the history of Miami and you study and analyze every single neighborhood. You could actually do this with our Condo Geeks. And there is a reason why Coconut Grove dominates as performance goes in terms of appreciation. It is a primary market inhabited by people who live all year round with buildings just like this one that appeal to the end user. The value of these assets is not pegged against the rental returns, it's pegged against the demand by the end users and who will buy it next. An end user is a completely different methodology of valuing. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked it. If you'd like more information, David Vazquez's information below, my information below. See you soon for another video, and please watch the full video that we did on the analysis of the Coconut Grove condo and home market.